Hello, I am tatocat and welcome to my channel. Today we are playing Lucid9. Last time we were having a spicy chicken wing off? Something like that. That's where we left off. So let's get started. Everyone in the restaurant drops into silence and stares at us. I elbow her in the ribs, doing a flush creep up my cheeks. Stop that. What? I'm in character. Sure you are. Okay, whatever. Let's get going. We lean forward, hands just a hair away from the tray as Rui looks on with an expectant smile. 3, 2, 1, go. Sato immediately starts shoveling hot wings into his mouth, but I take a few moments to gather myself before I take a bite. The chicken seems to explode in my mouth, sending streaks of fire down my tongue. I cough violently and gulp down some water. This was a terrible idea. Woohoo! You mustn't fail me, marvelous minion. Oh. Everyone's actually just watching. Hey, we gotta cheer for Yamo, or this isn't any fun. But now that I've noticed, it's kind of embarrassing. Gee, thanks. It's not like I'm doing this for you or anything. Grimacing, I shoved the remainder of the wing into my mouth and spit it out. The meat burns down my esophagus and simmers in my stomach. Come on, Yama needs his cheering squad. Rip, rip, ree! Kick him in the knee! Rip, rip, ras! Kick him in the other knee! I see what you did there. Go, Sato! Go, Sato! He's not very creative in his cheering as much as Rui was. Sato spits out his bones on the platter, 3 wings down already, and I just started my second. Misato spits out his bones on the platter, 3 wings down already, and I've just started my second. For some reason, that makes me feel unusually competitive. Ooh, you got this! You're beating him! Ice cream, soda, banana split. We think your team's full of shift to the left, shift to the right. Stand up, sit down, fight, fight, fight. Nice save there with the shift. As she finishes her chant and quickly turns away to hide her embarrassment, I barely work through one more mouthful of fried chicken before giving up. There has to be another way. Yeah, 5th wing down, keep going. Go, Yama. My eyes land on an innocuous packet sitting from beneath the chicken bucket. GFC hot sauce. We're cheating, like champions. Do it. Well, desperate times call for desperate measures. While Masato reaches for its 6th wing, I surreptitiously rip the end off the hot sauce packet and squirt it over his platter. He only smirks at me. Ha! Gonna take more than that, than a little ketchup to win. He bites triumphantly into the wing. Oh, that's no ketchup. He freezes. I swear that steam is coming out of his ears. It's GFC's signature hot sauce. Raw. Raw. Hot. 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 A desperate Masato launches out of the booth and sprints to the soda machine. Wait. That was cheating. Is it cheating if there weren't any rules in the first place? It's true, we did not say that we could not cheat, so I could do anything. Either way, it's pretty dirty. Poor Masato. She looks pointedly at Masato, who's slowly dragging himself back into the booth while chugging a huge cup of water. I feel a slight tinge of guilt at his suffering, but Rui's obviously improved mood makes it worth it. This ain't the end. He keels over the table, somehow managing to continue drinking from his cup. Oh, that reminds me of the latest episode of Gover Mecker. Of what? You mean you haven't heard of Gover Mecker? Do you have to yell so loudly? Honestly, I'm surprised we haven't been kicked out of or causing a public disturbance yet. But one cannot help but yell at the epicness of Gover Mecker. Can I stop saying Gover Mecker now? Okay, fine. What is it? It's this web series that a couple of my hallmates made. Remember? Over the summer? Oh yeah. I saw you running around wearing a long blonde wig or something. Great. That's a mental image I'm not getting off my head anytime soon. Yeah, it's about the President of the United States. Well, it's called Crimea in our web series. Isn't that clever? Fighting other politicians to defend his country. So, it's like a political drama? No way, dude. That's boring. They battle it out in giant robots. The president's red, white, and blue. It even has the eagle motif and everything. That sounds like the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Of course, Masato. That sounds like the coolest thing I've ever heard. Is he for real? Of course. I'm handling the main event. I'm the president's aide. If you're the president's aide, you're a side character. You're not the lead. Huh? Really? Well, I, for one, am proud of you. You finally found your calling, being a background character. Isn't he already a background character? Yeah, I know, right? I'm going to be a star. Ladies and gentlemen, we meet the physical manifestation of the saying, ignorance is bliss. Indeed we have. Episodes are all up on the website. Just search the title Gover Mecker and you're all set. Well, we'll have to check it out. Are you serious? How else will I know how to viciously badmouth it? I can't decide whether to be offended or be impressed. Why not both? Hey, you two listening? Sorry, what? Nah, I was just saying that I gotta go back. I briefly checked my phone. It's 6:10 p.m., almost Masato's curfew. Yeah, he has this thing where he goes to bed at 9:30 sharp every night. Just one more way that he's completely crazy. Disciplined, but crazy. Still, it's best to honor that. The only thing worse than a normal Masato trying to drag me into track is a grumpy Masato trying to drag me into track. Then let's go. We head out of the restaurant and back to the academy right as the sun starts to set. It's kind of a ritual to walk with them, even though I don't live at the dorms anymore. I live in an apartment within walking distance. But since there's nothing and no one waiting for me at my apartment, I kind of just go wherever they go. How sheepish of him. Maybe it's because our stomachs are full, but we're completely silent on the way back. It's a comfortable silence, but still silence, and that means thinking. It's okay. This guy's not doing that. Overthinking, unfortunately. I almost jump as I see a group of 3 policemen race by on the opposite side of the street. Approaching sirens piercing the air with an incessant wailing direct our attention to... Oh no. Whoa. A wave of nausea washes over me. The front of the city bus is crumpled against the back of the pickup truck. Thin trails of smoke mixed with pungent smell of burnt rubber and scraped metal. The scene is surrounded by a unit of police cars and fire trucks, along with a crowd of shaken people along the sidewalk. How awful. At least they all look okay. Can't do anything about it. Let's go. Misato and Yahiko nod hesitantly, but Rui only stares thoughtfully at me. I stare at her. She tilts her head. I shrug. It seems to help her come to a decision as she suddenly turns to Misato and Yahiko with a very convincing smile. Hey, Misato, Yahiko, why don't you guys head on back? I got something to do really quick. Misato opens his mouth, clearly confused, but Yahiko elbows him on the side and shakes his head ever so slightly. What? Say, we better get back before your curfew. Hold your horses. I was gonna ask. Come along, peasant. Your king commands it. With a final wave, Yahiko drags Misato down the street. Ruri turns her attention to me. I'm inviting myself over. Gee, thanks. That's what friends are for. Despite the smirk on her face, I catch her glancing at the ruined bus. I can't find it in me to argue with her. Sure, I guess. We switch our route to a different street, remaining silent as we pass 3 more police officers. He has a doll of the chicken thing. Look at the buckets. Okay, let's explode this for a second. Oh, and the books are slightly different. They have different writings on them. That's nice. That's a nice little detail there. And like that, you can see details outside. Even these books down here are slightly different. I like this background. I think it has a lot of good detail in it. Is that us? No. We reach Myriad Apartments without much difficulty. It's a pretty decent place at a low price. A lot of academy students are known to live here due to its close proximity to the campus. Do a lot of students live here? Yeah. Why? Well, what if someone sees us? I don't want them to get the wrong idea. I feel a little uneasy as I remove my shoes, judging from the blush on her face. It's less that she's worried about a ruined reputation and more that she's trying to cover up certain feelings. Feelings that I'm not ready to deal with. Don't worry. I'm sure they're just thinking you're one of my guy friends. Doesn't Katy Perry have a song like that? One of the boys? I could be wrong. I don't remember the song, but isn't that what it's about? I don't even look like a boy. I only smirk at her as I flop on the sofa. This is the place I know as home sweet home. Simple furniture, random pieces of clothing here and there, and a basic kitchen crammed into the corner. Not too fancy, but not too shabby in the slightest. Comfortable. Ruri doesn't seem to feel the same way. She gives everything a disapproving look as she proceeds through the apartment. I think this place has gotten messier. So sue me. Can I actually? No. She looks over at me for a moment, and something in her expression shifts. So, that bus... I sigh noisily and close my eyes. Can we talk about something else? You hungry? Huh? I can make some omelets. Isn't that a breakfast food? You can eat breakfast for dinner, Yama. It's a thing. Instead of replying, I just hear the rhythmic patter of footsteps against the carpet. In just a few minutes, there's a clack-clack of a knife against the chopping board, the gentle sizzle of oil in the frying pan, and the tick-tack of chopsticks whipping against a bowl of eggs. A heavily aroma rises in the air. Rui? At the lack of response, I open my eyes. It takes a little effort, but I manage to pull myself up and head to the kitchen. Rui. I stop short. Rui zeroed in on the stove, sprinkling ham and cheese over a bubbling layer of egg and humming a catchy little tune. The apron tied around her waist should be way too big for her, but somehow it looks perfect. Aprons are barely one sized, aren't they? Wait, this is Rui. Rui Hayata. Get a grip, Yama. Get a grip. No, it's too late. Okay, what is this? Welcome home, honey. You must be starving. I prepared dinner just for you. Also, that is an ill-fitting wedding dress. Wow. I'm so lucky for marrying such a wonderful woman. Not to mention, adorable. Oh, sweetie. I'm the lucky one. Look at your chiseled jaw and your beautiful eyes. I'm not the one who's a work of art, baby. Well, why don't you have a seat, Pumpkin? Dinner's almost served. I simply can't wait to taste your delicious food, Angel. Also, why is she cooking in a wedding dress in this scenario? You know, whatever. What would you prefer, darling? Dinner, a bath, or me? Oh, sugar, we both know the answer to that question. Oh, can this need to be over? In that case, love, the first course will be... Your lips. My fists. I immediately jerk back to reality, the terrible vision dissipating into thin air. Well, that escalated quickly. I don't even want to know what would bring such a terrible image to mind. Rui and me married? I shudder on the inside. That scene made me shudder, but I think that was the point. Not that she's, well, bad or anything. We understand each other more than anyone else. But then we'd have to be in a romantic relationship. And romance in high school is just... Well, we could end up losing our friendship entirely, which would suck. And it is 99.9999% likely, given my great luck. Crap, what am I even thinking about? Back to reality. What are you making? Omelets? Are you sure? She nudges me in the side, but she's smiling. Plate, please. Huh? Plate, idiot. Yeah, your majesty. We keep things light and teasing as I reach into the cabinet and pass the plate to Rui. She freezes slightly when my shoulder brushes against hers, but I pretend not to notice. Just what the doctor ordered. One premium plate, imported directly from the mystical land of Danmark. I graciously accept this offering, O humble servant. May there be lasting peace between our countries. She deftly slides the omelet onto the plate in one fluid motion. Dipping into a slight curtsy as I dig in. The delectable flavor of mozzarella, cheddar, ham, and mushrooms explodes in my mouth. Am I in heaven? Rui beams proudly. That good? As if an angel made it herself. Oh, wait, one did. Sometimes I swear that there's someone else in this head of mine. It's delicious. The genuine heart-rending smile that spreads spreads across her face just makes my stomach sink. It's not the kind of smile you make when you're complimented on your cooking by a friend. Just a friend, that is. She looks like she could jump over the moon. That kind of shining, beautiful smile is only made when the smiler is utterly happy and completely ignorant that they're utterly happy. I want her to be happy, but false hopes is just too cruel. Maybe there's something I can do to put her down without hurting her. Nope, not possible. Hey, Rui, do you ever think that maybe we hang out too much? What? Gentle, be the gentlest human being on earth. Except the thing I'm quite possibly the worst at is being gentle. You know, high school is the time to explore, especially since we're getting ready for university. So, maybe we should be spending time just, looking at other things. Go to events, stuff like that. You're telling me you're going to an event with people? I'm saying that we shouldn't be together so often. Her face immediately falls. Damn it. I already know that my words have hit her harder than I intended. After all, pretty much all we've been doing for the past 10 years has been hanging out. We were each other's only constant amidst new locations, new schools, new friends. That one firm foundation that's there until the end of time. If you separated Rui from Yama and Yama from Rui, I'm not sure what you would find. To have me, who's always been relying on her, leeching off of her, suggests that he wants to go on his own way and do his own thing. Well, it's awfully short-sighted and ungrateful. But I guess that's what I am, really, because I'm too scared that Rui will truly honestly end up falling in love with me. Not that I have any clue why she would, but insurance. Insurance is key. Look, I appreciate this, but I'm not a kid anymore, I can take care of myself just fine. That's not true. I know this place needs good cleaning. I don't need someone else to tell me. I attempt to soften the blow as much as I can. I like hanging out with you, but when it comes to this point, I think... I'm sorry, Yama. I didn't mean to offend you. You what? I wasn't trying to replace her. I freeze. A sudden pain fills my lungs like I'm breathing in fire. My vision spins for a moment and... No, I fight it. Then it's gone. My knees suddenly go weak, and I stagger forward, quickly catching myself on the couch. Rui rushes forward, but I quickly throw out a hand. This. You see this? You're being a burden now. What happened to being soft, man? Now we're just saying she's a burden? Harsh. The words are too harsh. I regret them as soon as they slip out. Can you just let me think right now? It's what I've always said whenever I want to be alone. Well, and truly alone. The need to think has nothing to do with it, and Rui knows this. I'll be right out. Goodbye. To make her feel this way is despicable. The back of my mind congratulates me with a wry, well, you got what you wanted, she'll make some other friends now. I silently watch Rui as she slips on her shoes and abruptly fixes me with a pleading look. See you tomorrow? Because she wants to know that everything will be okay. Because she wants everything to return to normal. I should go the whole way. I should say no, probably not, Or maybe we'll see. Instead, I see an automatic smile. Yeah, see ya, Rui. Have a good night, Yama. The relief in her voice is palpable as she closes the door behind her. It takes everything in me to stop myself from catching up to her and offering to walk her back. Why is it that when it really comes down to it, I can't even push people away properly? Given my prickly personality, I would have thought I could do at least that. Guess not, though. Guess it's just another thing to add to the list of things Yama can't do. I kind of wonder if there's anything that's not on that list. I stood up, kneading the tense knots on my shoulders. Technically, I need to study tonight, but before that, I should try to wind down. We get a choice. We get a choice. I'm so happy. This is the third episode. We finally get a choice. Oh, watch Grover Mecker or read a book. Let's watch Grover Mecker. I just want to see what's going to happen. Okay, boot up the computer, open the browser, Grover Mecker. There we are. I am Jay Graves, the president. Many oppose me and my choices, so I must deal with their resistance the only way I know how. Grover Mecker Mobilizer. Okay. Let's continue. The screen explodes into action as a teen in an oversized suit leaps off of a building, landing in a flashy somersault into the open palm of a giant robot. The robot lights up and strikes a pose with notably jerky movements as if animated by stop motion. The beginning of an admittedly catchy opening song are abruptly cut short with sudden chanting. Give us AX President Son! We want AX President Son! And suddenly President Jay Graves is on the ground, his giant robot pet nowhere in sight. Strange. Was that a dream sequence or just bad editing? The president turns around. The camera pans out to reveal that he is standing in a broad field of wheat reminiscent of old samurai movies. At the other end stands a guy in some hideous recreation of 3 different cosplays. Swirly eyeglasses perched on the end of his nose, and a flannel headband embroidered with a giant heart wrapped around his unkempt hair. What business have you with the fine country of Academia? We're just going to call it America. The guy lowers his picket sign, which is half in English, half in Japanese, and steps forward, pushing his glasses up his nose. Boku no name is Otakabu. Keep it memorized, nay, President-san. Otakabu? Speak English, heathen. Wow. I feel like there is an anime like this somewhere. I am no gaijin. You have no appreciation of foreign culture. Spoken like an otaku. No offense to otakus. I too am an anime fan. Culture? Yes. Japan. Anime. Manga. Sushi. They are the world's Ichiban. Ha. America needs none of your poison. Yes, I'm calling it America. It needs righteous gatherings. Hunting. Barbecues. Country fairs and extreme sports and golf clubs. None of these weeboo shenanigans. Wait. Aren't you Japanese? Boku wa double weeboo, of course. A weeboo of American culture who are weeboos for Japanese culture. Why, that's genius! Otaku thrusts his picket sign up into the sky. Of course it is. Our glorious Nippon is genius. Land of the rising sun. Approve our Anime Expo President San, and no blood will be spilled. Ha! Over my dead body. And over your dead body it will have to be. He reaches into his backpack, which is blanketed with stickers of various anime figures, and throws a long rectangular pillow at President Graves. The wheel of fate is turning. Isn't that from Blaze Blue? In poorly green screen sequence, the pillow begins to transform into a giant doll in a Lolita dress, with a wig of luscious purple hair pulled tight over its head. If I squinted, I can see that face is doll with an exaggerated blush, eyeliner, and lipstick. It is an atrocity to the eyes. I want to see it. No, don't you dare hurt my darling goo. Yes, hold him, my waifu. President Graves flails his arms and struggles, but the doll grips him tightly, an easy task considering that it is roughly 3 times his height. President Graves stares in disbelief at the towering femme fatale, which languidly blinks back at him with 2 looming painted eyeballs. What sort of shenanigan is this? My waifu, the very best, like no one ever was, moe of the highest level. In sudden burst of energy, President Graves throws the doll off of him. Waifu, moe, this is America. I'm sorry, this is America. There we go. That seems more appropriate. He reaches into his oversized suit and pulls out a trumpet from nowhere, playing a very out-of-tune military roulette. They, the people, need no waifu. They need a true American hero. Captain America mobilized. The field backdrop crumples into pieces as a teenage guy in skin-tight wetsuit bursts into the scene swinging a pizza pan spray-painted in red, white, and blue. Chugging behind him is the president's mecha in all its red and white, blue, and with an eagle motif glory. It's still animated in awkward stop motion. For liberty and freedom of speech, aren't you punishing the Takubu or whatever his name was for his freedom of speech? But no, whatever. He leaps into President Graves' mech. Why isn't the president using it himself? And promptly pulverizes the waifu into the ground. Then he suddenly stops, and one fist of the mech is still raised high in the air. Wait, if America has freedom of speech, shouldn't a Takabu be able to hold an anime con? Why are you thinking? Why are you thinking public school should have whipped you by now? Oh my god. Oh, right. With a casual shrug, Mech hoists Otaku over its head, spins him around a handful of times, and hurls him upwards. Otaku is blasting off again! Like Team Rocket. I get it. He disappears with a twinkle into the distant sky. President Graves nods triumphantly, clapping the dismounting Captain America on the back with a steady hand. That was an awkward sentence to read. Good night, America. May you sleep in peace. His phone gives a gentle trill as the credits begin to roll. Hello? Hey, girlfriend. You need to, totally get over here. There's, this big meeting and, people want you. That's an annoying voice, I think. Thank you, assistant. Farewell. Bye-bye. The phone clicks shut and wait, was that Yohiko's voice? He did say he was the president's aide. I'm never gonna let him live this down. Well, it's time to study. Oh, that was great. That was so bad. It was great. I love it. Well, we will stop here for now. See you next time. Will we actually study? You'll find out. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment. Have a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon.